Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and this is a brand new What's for Dinner. I hope you all enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is lunch today. I made some sort of a homemade taquito situation. It's flour tortillas with leftover barbecue pulled pork and leftover Mexican rice with cheese rolled up inside of it and then fried in some vegetable oil. So that's what we're having for our lunch today. Tonight we're having baked potatoes and a chef salad bar with all the fixins. Paisley's excited. That's what's for dinner tonight. The next night I decided to make a recipe out of the Magnolia cookbook. This is the white chicken enchiladas. You just start with 2 cans of the green enchilada sauce, 1 can of cream of chicken, and 1 cup of sour cream, and then you just mix that all up and give it a good whisk. I like to pour some of this mixture in the bottom of my casserole dishes that I'm using because it helps the tortillas not to stick to the bottom. And then also while I was doing this, I had 4 chicken breasts cooking in the Instapot so that when they were finished, I could shred them up for the filling. This recipe is always one of our family favorites whenever I make it. I have to make 2 casserole dishes because the kids just eat this stuff like crazy, and of course I like to have some left the next day for my husband's lunches. But I just filled the tortillas up with the shredded chicken and a couple of the diced green chilies there out of the can with some mozzarella cheese, rolled them up and put them on top of the mixture on the bottom of the casserole dish. And I did this until all of my chicken was used up. I think I ended up having to make 1 cheese enchilada, which is okay with me. Next, I used the rest of the sauce mixture to cover the enchiladas in the casserole dish, and then I put mozzarella cheese on top of that, and then I forgot to film putting olives on top of the cheese, but I did do that. And unfortunately, the kids were so excited to eat this for dinner, I did not get a picture of it coming out of the oven, but it was warm and bubbly and cheesy deliciousness. On the next night, I made Cowboy Beans. This recipe I got from Taylor Elmore, I believe, but I did switch it up a little bit based on what I have in my pantry. So I just started by browning up a pound of bacon. Once it was browned up, I removed it from the pan, drained off the extra grease into my little grease container that I keep on the counter, and then I browned up a pound of ground beef. Once the pound of ground beef was going in the pan, I had an onion that I chopped up and put that in with the ground beef as well so it could get to softening as the ground beef was cooking. When the ground beef and onion were about halfway cooked, I added in a couple cloves of chopped garlic. In my opinion, the more garlic the better, so this was a fair amount. Next, I added in a couple glugs of Worcestershire sauce. If you guys want the original recipe, I will definitely have it typed out down below in the description box. And then I also added in about 2 tablespoons of ketchup and the same amount of sriracha. Next is where I strayed from the recipe. I added in a pint of cowboy candy brine, and this is candied jalapeno brine that I canned myself. And then I added in 3 of the big cans of pork and beans. I was kind of doubling this recipe, so that is definitely more than the recipe typed out below says, and that's why. But I was definitely cooking according to my own family's tastes and preferences, and I would most definitely encourage you all to do the same thing. It's your kitchen, your rules, and I hope that you would take any of these recipes and make them your own. So I just let this mixture simmer for a while and combine flavors, and then I added in 2 cups of TVP. I have used this in the past on my channel when I was participating in the pantry challenge. So I did have this soaking all day, so it's nice and soft, and it is just a meat substitute. So instead of using 2 pounds of ground beef, I used 2 cups of TVP. I also added in my browned bacon from the very beginning and about a cup of shredded cheese, mixed all of that in, and then it was ready to go. And of course, everyone was so hungry, I again did not get a picture of what it looked like when it was finished. And that's gonna do it for this week's What's for Dinner. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.